What is up, folks? Happy Friday! Mio Adlan here, once again together with you on this glorious Friday afternoon, accompanying you guys with another session of Hot Issue. What's for lunch? Hope you guys are having a great day so far. Hope you guys had a great week previously, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and hope you guys are all geared up for the weekend. And hope you guys are always in good spirits, always in a best environment that you can be in, and hopefully you guys are always safe wherever it is that you are. One person that I know who's always safe, who's always concerned about other people's safety as well, yang sentiasa menitik beratkan keselamatan orang lain. Dia ni macam wakil rakyat lah sebenarnya. May I introduce you the one and only, as always, YB Melvin. Nampak I panggil YB dah, Melvin.
Oh, yes, yes. How are you? I told everyone that you need a break after a break.
No, I mean, life goes on. You have things that are unfortunately unavoidable that you have to attend to sometimes. So I do apologize if fellow viewers, you miss me. I know Melvin missed me a lot. Hence why, I'm together back again, always with you guys on the hot issues that we want to share with our fellow viewers, Melvin.
All right, sure. So what's up today? What's for lunch today?
All right, what's for lunch today is something, it's going to be a theme of what we're going to be talking today. It's not going to be a heavy topic. It's going to be a very uplifting topic. It's going to be something that a lot of people, and I'm talking about 33 million people in Malaysia, are waiting very, very closely to hear the announcements coming from the government. Because why? It is like that Sudirman song. Everyone knows that song, Balik Kampung. And yeah, we are much closer each day to hit that milestone 90% mark of fully vaccinated adults that we are able to balik kampung, Marvin. Great news.
Yeah, I remember the school days. You say Balik Kampung. What's the second phrase?
Do you know that? Balik Kampung, Hati Riang.
No, Balik Kampung Tanam Jagung.
Oh, that one. Well, if you want to start something agriculture-ish kind of thing, boleh nak tanam jagung pun tak apa, tak ada masalah. But yeah, we're talking about how the nation is inching closer and closer to that 90% mark.
Yes.
And as it was reported today at JKJAV's Instagram page, officially as of yesterday, 11:59 p.m., it is reported we are at 89.1%. 0.9% je lagi, Melvin. So close.
So it could be end of today, easily, or tomorrow morning. Say yesterday is by weekend. We will be 90%, but does not mean once we touch 90, we can travel like what we like. I think that's a new SOP that government will be announced that we need to follow. Don't take it for granted. 90. Oh, okay, that's packed. Oh, a lot of people probably pre-pack their things already.
No, I think people are literally at the borders, like kalau Selangor dengan Perak kan dekat Tanjung Malim tu kan, dekat Beheran Tanjung Malim tu, I think people are just ready to step over, like, okay, aku dah bawa bag, aku dah bawa anak-anak kat belakang, aku nak jumpa atuk nenek kat kampung. I think people are just looking forward to that. You know why? Because I think we deserve this. As long as we have experienced COVID-19 in Malaysia specifically, as much as we have been promoting, we have been advocating people to actually get vaccinated. This is the reward at the end of the tunnel, isn't it, Melvin?
Yes, but then a lot of naive people outside that's probably choose to behave naive,
Okay.
would not follow SOP.
Mm-hmm.
When
So
we
what
go on,
I mean, like, because when you talk about SOPs, you believe that there's gonna be another set of SOPs. Don't
do you
even
know
talk
that
about.
this morning, when I was driving to work, I saw someone walking. A guy, probably he doesn't look insane or something disturbed mind. He looked very fine to me. This guy,
Okay.
probably in the 60s, right? Still very, dressed well and walk on the roadside, 5 foot away, without the mask,
What makes
without
you
the
think
face
that the
mask.
guy wasn't just coming back from jogging ke? Sebab jogging you tak payah
No,
pakai
no,
kan? Mana tu?
it's not jogging. He's on a short sleeve shirts, short sleeve shirts, well dressed, decent,
Mm-hmm.
just not wearing his mask. You know.
Okay.
No, I
And
can
and and
I can excuse if these street people or those people who have a bit disturbed mind, but they're not. This guy looked perfectly well groomed. The hair is combed very well. He just walk with
yeah,
the
maybe I
face
mean,
mask.
like, I do not know the guy. Obviously, I do not know the guy. Saya tak kenal siapa orang
Yeah.
itu. Tapi mungkin just to defend him, he wasn't around with other people, or was he actually in a crowd where there were people around him?
Well, he's alone, but he's on the public roads,
Okay.
right?
He's alone and on a
So you
public
can
road.
only do that while you're in your own compound, your own house.
Mm-hmm.
But once you're on a public roads, he was on. I was driving. Otherwise, I would take a nice video or a snapshot of it with. I report why at now. You know. So it's kind of we are driving quite heavy traffic along the commercial area. He just walked like that.
Yeah. So that's the
people
thing.
like
I mean,
this
like,
ignorance or
Mhm.
plain ignorance or pretend to be will actually were the one who get us in trouble. The rest of us in
yeah,
trouble.
itulah masalahnya, because like when we talk about this, when we talk even like during the vaccination program that has been going on since March earlier this year, we always say that at the end of the day, it's what we do as a community, as what we do as a group, as the whole group that signifies ataupun that lets us to have or to enjoy some sort of freedom from COVID-19. Tapi ada juga orang dekat luar sana, there are still some people out there who are still very single-minded, who are still very selfish-orientated kind of thinking, in which that, all right lah, the fact that this majority people are doing the SOP, I don't need to do lah. What's one out of 1,000? That's the kind of thing, mentality, Melvin.
Yeah, this mentality is just like, oh yeah, you got your face covered up. I don't need, because you are covered up. You are protecting me. So that is mentality. I also see people gathering now because the restaurants, cafe. Okay, I don't want to mention, but they are politicians in the Instagram. So there's 10 of them sitting probably in the hotel lounge for discussing things. 9 wearing masks, let's say, 1 without mask.
See, that's where the 90% comes in, Melvin. It's exactly like the program vaccination. You got 10 people around, 9 orang vaccinated, seorang tak vaccinated, tak apa. We can still enjoy life. It's the percentage game, isn't it? But coming back to the topic that we want to talk about, Melvin, because we are gearing up about interstate travel. We are getting ready for the borders to be open. And not just, we can touch about the international later on, but we want to talk about domestic first. What Malaysians specifically will be able to experience very, very soon in the near future. You hear hotels are opening up. All the tourism are gearing up to receive people. All the homestay owners are getting geared up as well. Even Air Asia is getting ready to turn on, or should I say, to start their aircraft, the ones that have been sitting inside the hangar for the longest time. Everybody is all getting ready for the state opening.
I don't know how's the conditions. I don't really. They are all so-called the conditions inside the airplane. They have to get it fumigated, because I think
definitely, and not just fumigated. They kena vacuum, they kena cuci, they kena lap. Imagine the cobwebs in the plane. After being in the hangar for the longest time.
And also those airport taxi. I saw last few months, they actually, it's not abandoned. They have open space. They all parked there for months. because no, I mean they are out of, not because they're doing out of service, because there's no one travel and so-called
Yeah.
airport, the kind of so that big huge numbers of airport taxis that park at dedicated place. So I hope that they have a proper so-called clean up the whole interior, everything, make it fine before so-called to service the public again. You know.
Yeah.
So
This is definitely when we talk about interstate travel juga. Of course, you think about, traveling back home to your loved ones, going back to your kampung, visiting your mother and father, your grandparents and whatnot. But this also, gives the opportunity back for the economy to strive back again, because kita dah boleh interstate travel. Businesses
yeah,
can be done more seamlessly between the states around us. Kita dah boleh, contohnya you ada business dekat Sabah ke dekat Sarawak ke, even kalau you kerja kat KL, you nak pergi travel untuk business dekat Kelantan and so on and so forth. This is definitely gonna bring back Malaysia on track, Melvin.
yes. Talking about this, I just got to know or found out. Do you know how many hotels in Penang? I mean, Penang is not that big. The island and also the mainland. It has 300 hotels in Penang reopened. Wow.
Well, Penang has always been a tourism state, for that matter. You speak
Yeah,
to
but-
any of your Kuala friends,
Yeah.
what is the first place that they want to go apart from Langkawi? It's always Penang.
But bear in mind, a lot of hotels in Penang has closed, so-called closed for good in recent
they
months.
have 300.
But those are now reopening, means that they have actually maintaining throughout the 20 months, and that's 300 of them. So that is a big industry. That means each hotel, let's say you an averagely 100 people. I mean, from 5-star to 1-star. As you say, it will stimulate back the economy. That's a good thing, right?
Yeah, definitely.
So,
this is the way to go. For yourself, because again, you, I believe, Melvin, you also, involve yourself in people not just in the Klang Valley, but you do work with people outside of KL as well, outside of the state of Selangor. For you personally, macam aku interview kau pula, okay? It's like I'm interviewing you. But I just want to get your opinion. How will this bring back Act Now specifically? Let's just shed some light on Act Now right now. How
okay.
does this change Act Now?
As what you say, at now itself, we are connected to 155 local councils throughout Malaysia.
Yeah.
When we started this last year, we started December 2019. So our plan was that once we get stable, we want to pay a visit to all the so-called authorities, the Datuk Banta, the YDP of the respective council. To show ourselves and what we do, and we're not here to threat you. We're here to work together and all these things. But
don't be scared of Melvin, right? So
but that dream, so-called that plan, has to shelve because of the pandemic.
Yeah,
So it was okay. The pandemic, so earlier part, okay, was relaxed, but then everyone's still havoc. They have to started whatever was outstanding. So for 20 months, our plans are probably, I hope this time. Once, not immediately. I see now it's October. Probably in 2022, which is 3-4 months from now, we would able actually to travel officially. That's for Act Now, to pay courtesy call to all the local councils.
Sure.
And to see them, give them our nice courage ribbons to them, because they also have the pat on the shoulder, because they also took care of us during this time.
Exactly. Again, we always concern. On the show we've spoken about this many times. It is about the community. It's about taking care of each other. And one of the things that we need to take note at is that economically as well. We need to strive. We need to help one another. And obviously, by opening up the borders, this would definitely kickstart back the financial industry, or at least the economy, whether you're SME, whether you're a big company, whether you're a micro or whatnot, because like at the end of the day, we're living in literally borderless times right now, and it helps when the borders are actually open, where we can actually go out. But I nak tarik balik, Melvin, let us discuss. Remember we had this discussion about a few weeks ago, in which that like you said, I agree with you. There should be some sort of SOPs, new SOPs, to accompany with the 90% of the adults being fully vaccinated. Tapi Berapa banyak SOP dah? Dulu kita dah ada 180, kata nak jadi 10, now nak tambah SOP lagi. This is getting confusing, Melvin. What? I mean, what's your take
Probably
on
it was forgotten conveniently. They say yes, they're gonna announce from the multiple SOP 180 over, which honestly, when I read it on the news, I say, oh, is that so many SOP? Probably different industry they accumulate, and they want to streamline to 10 SOP, which I also say, oh, remarkable. It's less than 10% from 180 to 10. But they're still gonna announce it. Probably they did. Probably I miss out the news, but I'm sure I don't miss out such news because every morning breakfast I will scan through what is important, what I like to convey, what I like to talk about, in our program, all these things. But I don't see after that.
But okay, for you specifically, okay, putting whatever the government wants to do right now, I mean, like, we can be very hopeful that they do come up with the announcement sooner rather than later. But to your own perspective, to your own opinion, borders are going to be opening up. You can cross state borders. What do you think the extra SOPs on top of the ones that we have? Your standard, wearing masks, penjarakan physical, double vaccinated if you want to enter hotel, whatnot. What do you think are the other SOPs that should be implemented because of the opening of the borders? You think?
I don't think it's a new SOP. I think it's something that need to enforce strictly, like limit the number of people in a car. Let's say a passenger car of 4, probably just maximum to 4, not anything more. Public transport, like I say, buses, you can't go full capacity. Please, 50% capacity will do for the next few months. Even airline, whatever it is, because I got surprised. I mean, those remember the Langkawi bubble was open on September 16. Those people who went by plane, who do selfie and all this thing, the whole plane was full.
I guess, I mean, like, their whatchamacallit, I think their reasoning behind it is that one is that you're double vaccinated, and the other one, you have done your COVID-19 spit test prior to getting on board. I think that gives you that sort of safety feeling. Hence why you can actually pack it a bit more. Do you think that's
the case? If that's the case, every people who travel interstates using public transport, by trains, by buses, have to do the self-kit testing. Right.
Exactly. Jumping into our next topic right now, which is about what has been declared or what has been advised. This is not a compulsory. We need to be specific over here. This is not a compulsory, but it is advised. It is encouraged by the Ministry of Health, by the Minister of Health, YBKJ, that should you want to travel, even nak pergi jumpa mak bapak kat kampung pun, sebab you dekat bandar, you're in a populated area where number of cases has been high, it is advised for you to take a COVID-19 test on yourself and on your family before traveling. That's a good suggestion, Melvin.
Yes, I think they are also trying to lower down the price for the self. Now is you bought something 19 ringgit still, isn't it?
Yeah, I bought the COVID-19 test about 3 weeks or a month ago. And the price that I bought at my local pharmacy here was at 19 ringgit a box. 19.
Per test?
Per test, correct.
All right. But I was told, I was believed that it would run down to a ceiling price, its control price of 10 ringgit per test. And they want to go further down. The government, are now looking impossible because it's something that could be essential. I yesterday, while you're not here, I mentioned a case. This is a good corporate company about Volkswagen in Malaysia. Every week, beginning of the week, they practice alternate in the office. Alternate week, people come in, right? So it's 50% capacity. On top of that, the first day of the week when they come in, they provide the self-test kits to every of the employee. I would love to do that. Every Monday, I will come in, just do the test, come in, provide. But if that,
Imagine coming to the office, just spit in a cup, right? Suddenly, like, okay, before you enter, please spit. It would be a weird thing.
so
But yeah,
they have to make it affordable, you know, for the employment from employers' perspective, you know. Because I think all private employers like to take care of their staff, but
yeah,
sometimes it's too costly. Let's say you have X number of staff,
yeah.
you know, so that price have to take down as probably a ringgit or 2 ringgit
Yeah, that's
attached
the
to it.
thing, because when you give the example, Melvin, you talk
Yeah,
about companies like Volkswagen, which is an international company, a multinational company, which the brand, spreads all over the world.
yeah,
I don't think it's going to be that much of a problem for them to invest. And some more, they can buy in bulk. They don't just buy one. And then they
yeah,
don't buy one box. They buy like one container of the test, I think. Hence why they could
yeah.
actually
I mean, it
lower
could be,
down the
yes.
price. But
Yeah,
what about the SMEs? What about the micro companies? What about people such as ourselves who, yeah, we're okay. But I mean, like if Melvin had a staff of, let's say, 50 people, and to cough up 15 ringgit lah, let's say, for one test, for you to do two tests in a week, that's gonna be so much, Melvin.
yeah. So that's a hope that they will, the governments will pass this in parliaments,
Mm.
so that it can lower down the ceiling prices again, right? And I mean that you would love to. I'm sure your dad is in. You have to. It's not staying with you. It's
No,
in.
yeah, yeah. My
So,
dad is in Tanjung
yeah,
Malim. Yeah,
yeah. So I'm sure when you want to visit him, whole family, let's do the test for his good benefits, because he's a very elderly. We don't want to bring it back, you know,
mm.
or your father, of course, they would love to see you, but if they find out, the neighbors say, oh, they're coming back, they don't know whether they bring anything back to us. You know,
Yeah.
so at least tell them, oh, we okay, we have test ourselves, right? We are clear and we are safe to come back, you know.
Yeah, exactly. And just to give more information about this particular topic, the health ministry has also encourages people who live in high contact and high mobility settings to regular check themselves with this, self COVID test. And the hashtag that Khairi Jamaluddin, YB Khairi Jamaluddin has actually gone through with this is hashtag reopening safely. That's assuring, or is it just a PR stunt, you think, reopening safely?
You ask me, it's more a PR. At the end of the day, when people listen, I say it's 90% people, you don't have to tell them. You and
Mm.
me, we know. You when no one tell us, government do not tell us, we know what to do for the safety of our own and our loved one. We know what to do. But
But we've
this
established
minority
this already,
10%, you
Melvin.
can talk them 24 hours a day, they will still refuse. So 90% of us, we know what to do without us telling. We know
Yeah,
our
but
what.
that's the thing. I mean, like it's like you come from an advertising background. I mean,
Right.
like at the end of the day, you always have to tell these people, because they are human beings. Because we tend to be forgetful, and our attention span has been shortened and shortened each and every single day. Hence, why you have to always reiterate the topic. You always need to tell people macam budak sekolah, Melvin, kita
Yeah,
ni.
I mean, the government, I mean, the YB have to do a PR. Okay, he said, let's practice good behavior, isn't it? Good
Hmm.
behavior means that wash your hand, wear mask, and all these things, you know.
Yeah.
So we have been like kids already, have to be educated. I mean, every day you have to remind. So for last, since we came back, was it in July or August?
Yeah, somewhere
August,
around that.
isn't it?
Yeah.
We have non-stop talking about all those related to SOPs and all these things. You know, we have no choice. But
Yeah.
it is happening every day. Not only us, our program. You see in the paper, that's just repeating. And yesterday, 30 odd billions SMS has been sent out to us. I didn't realize that until I read it. You know.
You don't you get the love letters from MKN every single night and every single morning, telling
Now
us,
that
just to make sure that tolong jaga diri baik-baik. Imagine if they go around now pakai rotan macam cikgu sekolah dulu tau. I think
uh,
people will listen to them better. I don't know. It is
so
crazy, but yeah.
So these sort of things, I hope that we should not be being reminded. We should be part of our life, our lifestyle right now. You know,
Yeah.
don't now those people who are in the so-called social, like to go social gathering, like to be seen. those what I mean. They'll be seen like to be seen in public, where they hug each other for all these things. Please cut those please at the moment.
Then how am I gonna get that selfie picture with my ice cream outside with my friends, Melvin? I need to update my Instagram. That's why. Okay, jokes aside. Yes,
Superimposing.
just use Photoshop. Yeah, jokes aside, because it is very, very important for people out there. Again, even though that the government has not made this a compulsory, even though the government is not actually making this a must for everyone to do so, but it is very encourageable. It is very advisable that you actually do this, because as what Melvin said, you want to bring back cakes, you want to bring back fruits, you want to bring back toys, you want to bring back gifts to your family who's outside kampung. You don't want to bring back COVID-19 to them. Those are the things that you don't want to bring. But Melvin, cerita tergempar, whatever it is that I want to tell you today is a shocking thing, because why?
Yes.
Apparently, one state in Malaysia has already been practicing by opening up their borders, and they have been, they have been in trouble lately, and their numbers has actually gone up in our updates at the end here. Negeri mana tu, Melvin?
The smallest states in Malaysia is Perlis, not Paris, Perlis.
Okay, what's happening in
Perlis used to be the number one, so-called clean, the lowest positive cases recorded, and all these things. Isn't it?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
But now, just a few days, because of these indisciplined people there, they actually illegally cross interstates. And I've reported this morning. I can't wait. I say this morning we have to make the essence news snippers. They have 200 cases yesterday.
For a state so big like Perlis, they had 200 cases yesterday.
Yeah, So it's high percentage, But they were used to be the so-called well-disciplined and the lowest amount in terms of ratio.
Yeah,
200 in Perlis is no joke.
Definitely. This worked both ways actually. My late mother was from Kedah actually, so I know the state, up north quite well. The state of Perlis, the state of Kedah, and the lifestyle over there, if I may say so, is very simple. They're not like hustle and bustle like the people in KL or people in the Klang Valley. They're very different, and they tend to take things a bit easier. And unfortunately, by easier, I mean that they tend not to care too much of whatever that is happening. Hence why a lot of activities on the ground had to be done by the local councils, by the Kerajaan Negeri, by the authorities over there, to make sure that the citizens or the people of Kedah as well as Perlis are always, abiding the law, are always listening and always follow the rules. But like you said, unfortunately, because of a few bad apples, things have escalated, like the state of Perlis recording a high number of cases, which is very, very alarming, and tak fair sebab diorang dah start buka borders dulu. Suka hati diorang tak tutup kan. So, kita nak cross border juga.
So, Mio, because these people indiscipline, right, of these people, they might spread throughout the country again because of interstate travel. And as you know, there is a pending state elections in Malacca. The whole world say no to it. We have, I have to say, and now actually launched a petition 2 days ago.
Yep.
All right. So to appeal to them, those to hear our voices. Hope that the governor of Malacca put aside these decisions of approving a state elections. Even yesterday, some politicians has actually sent in a letter to our deputy Agong. Hope that he can actually convince the governor of Malacca to hold back the state elections because of fear. Because when these people, when Malacca stay elsewhere, let's say, they will travel back to Malacca for the voting, and probably after that they will come back to where they work and all these things. So it may have this effect that's possible of contacting and spreads the virus again.
But
activate the virus. Yeah.
But just to ponder on one thing, if the borders are already open, then what's wrong with having an election then? Because once you're allowed to travel state borders, it's basically, I mean, all you have to do is follow SOP and elections
Is
can be done,
if
right?
campaigning is not allowed, I think it's good. But the campaign is allowed. Usually, it's
Uh,
about 4 weeks. When
yeah.
Charama and all these things, people go and all these things. Then when the day itself, these people supporters are line up. They were all these things. But
Mm.
if no campaigning, go straight. Okay, into go straight to the so-called the
To
center and
the
vote.
home. Yeah,
No,
correct.
right. So that's not the case. They're allowed to campaign, Charama, and all these things. And then when these people during this time they get so excited, they can probably end up in fighting each other physically and all these things. you know,
Well, I mean that's I mean like have you not watched all the general elections that has been happening in our
I do,
beloved
I
country?
do, I
These
do
are the
feel
dramas,
aware.
these are the kind of things. But macam mana kita daripada Perlis boleh pergi Melaka ni? That's quite of a far travel, so far travel kita.
So
But
someone, Malacca people are kind of probably work in police and whatever it's, because a lot of people, I mean, so we have also colleagues working from stay in Seremban, the works in our
yeah,
office and all these things. I tell you now, you stay at Seremban and work at home and all these things. So it could happen.
yeah.
We don't want. This morning I was also texting my colleagues. We can't afford to have a lockdown 4.
No, we cannot. We cannot afford that.
Yeah,
No.
yeah. So
So I mean, like we just want to highlight to the people. Actually, we just want to highlight to our fellow viewers and the whole of Malaysia is that you know before the borders are actually opening,
yeah,
you hear this kind of stories. You hear this kind of news reported where people are doing this illegally and number of cases of COVID-19 rises up and you can see the effects of such activity. So what we're trying to say is that should and when the borders are back to normal where we can cross, please take care
yeah,
of yourselves. Please follow all the SOPs. Again, advisable for you to take all your COVID-19 tests before, because again, we are trying to live with the pandemic changing into an endemic, but
yeah.
just be diligent and responsible. Orang kena dengar cakap je, Marvin. Betul?
Yes, yes, yes.
All right.
So
So
nice to have
we
you back. We have
oh,
exceeded our 30-minute sessions, if you know.
yeah, exactly. But before we go, I nak tanya you. Yes, you did say that it could be tonight, it could be tomorrow. Let's just do a bit of a forecast. When do you think that the borders will be officially opened by the government? No. 90%. When will we hit 90%? Is it today or is it tomorrow?
I think by this evening, I think should be
All right.
hit 90%.
So it should be
I
hitting
think
that.
I say the government, Prime Minister will announce officially what is SOP, I believe, the guidelines. But I think by end of this midnight, 90% mesti ada.
Yeah.
So
Hope we hear.
are you prepared already?
Uh,
When your weekends is called Tanjung Maling?
Yeah, I just need my shoes and then I'm out of here. Seriously, I'm out of here. My father has been, bugging us, his family, his sons and daughters to come up and see him and whatnot. But yeah, I'll make sure that I'll take care of myself and my family and my adik-beradik as well for us to be, proper discipline
Yeah.
and we don't rush to conclusions and we don't rush to things and we follow all the precautions that needs to be taken, as well as you, Marvin. Hopefully that you can do the same as well. And
I
hopefully
will stay in KL. I will stay in KL. The most I go is Petaring Jaya.
yeah, okay. Yeah. No, you can just like step into Tanjung Maling or step into Seremban and come back. Then kau team. No, nilai lah. Just a bit
Nilai,
nilai,
no,
right?
no. I know carpet to buy.
All right, Marvin, thank you so much. Hope to
Alright,
see
see
you
you.
again Monday. We got a very interesting topic that we want to cover on Monday, right, Marvin?
Yes,
So
it's a
we don't dig
game.
deeper. So Squid. Oh, you tell already. So yeah, Squid
No,
Game
it's a
Malaysian
game.
ticket. You want
It's
to
a
miss out?
game.
Yeah, it's a game that we're gonna have on Monday. See you on Monday, Melvin.
All right, catch up.
Now,
Bye.
right. Okay, guys. Wow, very eventful, very good discussion that we had together with Melvin and myself over on Hot Issue. What's for lunch? Hope you guys enjoyed this edition as well. Hope you guys enjoyed your day so far, and we wish you nothing but the very best weekend. And if the borders are open this weekend, tolong jaga SOP, jangan buat sesuka hati, and stay safe, Malaysia. Stay cool and have a great one. Take care now. See you guys. Bye.